Facebook in a way that boosted incitements to violence. Still, the alleged defects relate to Facebook's core design as a publishing platform, particularly how Facebook promoted or downplayed third-party posts using algorithms. Under our case law, matching users with content is publishing conduct, even when the user has not requested the content. See, e.g., Doe v. Grindr Incorporated, 128F, 4th 1148, 1152-53, 9th Sir, 2025. Dirf v. Ultimate Software GRP, Incorporated, 934F, 3D 1093, 1097-98, 9th Sir 2019. Carafano v. Metrosplash.com, Incorporated, 339F, 3D 1119, 1124-25, 9th Sir 2003. See also Barnes, 570F. 3D at 1102. Plaintiffs identify 3 purported defects in Facebook's design. First, it encourages users to create extreme and polarizing content by using a system of social rewards, such as likes, shares, and comments. Second, it amplifies such content. And third, it does not allow users to report problematic posts in Burmese. The third purported defect, suggesting that Meta did not do enough to screen and moderate content, does not eliminate the application of Section 230. It blames Meta for not moderating content in some way, whether through deletion, change, or suppression. Est of Bride, 112F. 4th at 1180, Accord Doe v. Internet Brands, Incorporated, 824F, 3D 846, 851-52, 9th Sir 2016, CF Lemon, 995F, 3D at 1092. Section 230 immunizes interactive computer services from such claims. See Calise, 103F. 4th at 744. Asking a platform to monitor and review third-party content goes to Section 230's core. See ID. 4. The first and second alleged defects warrant more discussion. These theories fold together. After all, posts are algorithmically boosted because users engage with them, and users engage with them because they are boosted. In other words, Facebook's promotion of posts is inextricably, even circularly, linked to the social rewards reflecting third-party engagement. Plaintiffs' claims based on these alleged defects are barred by Section 230 if algorithms that provide users with suggestions of some third-party posts over others constitute publishing conduct. Under our precedent, they do. These theories of harm depend on the content of third-party posts. Est of Bride, 112F. 4th at 1180. The complaint is filled with allegations that Facebook posts caused a wave of violence, and that these posts, pages, and groups were effective for inciting and organizing the violence at issue. The encouragement provided by social rewards ultimately depends on third-party engagement and content. This dynamic is true even though plaintiffs try to frame the issue as a matter of product design. To be sure, we have held that a product's liability claim against a web platform can survive Section 230. See Lemon, 995F, 3D at 1092. But this case is unlike Lemon, and those differences point toward publisher status protected by Section 230. Lemon was about users' direct interaction with Snapchat's platform features, a speed filter, ID. That interaction, speeding, was not mediated by third-party content, meaning the claim stood independently of the content that other users created. ID at 1087, 1093-94. This case, on the other hand, is about the content of third-party posts. CF ID at 1093-94. Plaintiff's theory is about the sharing of messages and what happens when some users interact with bad content, allegedly because of how the Facebook algorithm promoted some content, whether specifically requested or not. CF, Est of Bride, 112F, 4th at 1180, Accord Grindr Incorporated, 128F, 4th at 1152-53. It thus necessarily relies on information provided by third parties. See Lemon, 995F, 3D at 1087, 1093-94, Accord Barnes, 570F, 3D at 1101. Calling Facebook a product rather than a publication platform only obscures the point that Meta published user-generated speech that was harmful to plaintiffs. Kimsey, 836F, 3D at 1266. This case is more like a state of Bride, where we concluded that a product's liability claim was barred by Section 230. What is e. harm at the root of plaintiff's claims but the violent and inciting posts of others posted on Facebook 112F. 4th at 1180, relying on Moody v. Net Choice, LLC, 603 U.S. 707, 2024. Plaintiffs also suggest that Facebook's algorithm was itself Meta's message or content. If that were true, then we might not have to treat Meta as the publisher or speaker of third-party content, and Section 230 might be avoided. See Barnes, 570F. 3D at 1100-01, but our case law has taken another tack on whether algorithm design represents platform's own content. In DIRF, we held that algorithmic content delivery and recommending content is meant to facilitate the communication and content of others and is thus a form of publisher conduct, not a message or content itself. 934F. 3D at 1097-98. That was true even though the Experience Project, the platform at issue in DIRF, used machine learning algorithms to recommend content to users based on the content of their posts and other attributes. ID at 1095. Facebook's 2009 algorithm is alleged to be much less tailored. See Supra pages 6-7. Following DIRF's lead, we conclude that Facebook's promotion of engagement-driven content through the 2009 recommendation algorithm must be characterized as recommending and matching conduct. We have already decided that such conduct is the work of publishers, rather than a platform's own content or messaging. See DIRF, 934F, 3D at 1095, Accord Estate of Bride, 112F. 4th at 1181. Accordingly, each of plaintiffs' claims seek to hold Meta responsible in its capacity as a publisher of the third-party content. See Lemon, 995F. 3D at 1093. Accord Estate of Bride, 112F. 4th at 1180. 2. Under the third step of the Barnes test, we consider whether Meta made a material contribution to or developed the third-party content at issue. Rigsby v. GoDaddy Incorporated. 59F, 4th 998, 1008, 9th Sir, 2023 quoting Gonzalez v. Google LLC, 2F, 4th 871, 892, 9th Sir 2021. On this front, Roommates.com emphasized that a platform's provision of neutral tools for users to publish content is not material contribution to such content. 521F. 3D at 1171-72. This is especially true where the content is posted contrary to the website's express policies and depends on users' voluntary inputs. Meta provided users something along the lines of blank text boxes in which they could post content of all stripes on Facebook. DIRF, 934F, 3D at 1099. Accord Roommates.com, 521F. 3D at 1173. This blank box system could be utilized for proper or improper purposes. Roommates.com, 521F. 3D at 1172. Facebook did not provide any specific guidance as to what users' posts should contain, nor did it urge users to input violent or genocidal content. ID at 1173-74. And Facebook did not require users to post specific content to access its services. DIRF, 934F, 3D at 1099. Accord Roommates.com, 521F, 3D at 1166. Plaintiff's theory of social rewards does not amount to an allegation that Facebook made suggestions regarding the content of potential user posts, either. DIRF, 934F. 3D at 1099. The system of social rewards that plaintiffs complain of is, on its face, neutral. Calise, 103F. 4th at 745. There is no plausible allegation in the complaint that the Facebook algorithm specifically treated anti-Rohingya content differently than any other third-party content. See Gonzalez, 2F. 4th at 894-95. What's more, nothing in the complaint plausibly alleges that Meta singled out or selected violence-prone users to post violent content. Cf. Huon v. Denton, 841F. 3D 733, 742, 7th Sir 2016. Nor can there be any doubt that third-party users willingly provided the essential published content underlying plaintiffs' claims. See Carafano, 339F. 3D at 1124, and that such information was tendered to Facebook for publication online. Roommates.com, 521F. 3D at 1174. So, under our case law, this is precisely the kind of situation for which Section 230 was designed to provide immunity. We have also stated that a defendant's actions must relate to what makes the displayed content illegal or actionable. Kimsey, 836F. 3D at 1269N. 4. Quotation omitted accord. DIRF 934F3. D at 1099. Even if the Facebook algorithm and system of third-party feedback and social rewards encouraged the posting of content, nothing about the platform's design contributed to what made those posts illegal or actionable. See Kimsey, 836F. 3D at 1269N. 4. AccordRoommates.com. 521F. 3D at 1172. Meta S. Solicitation and assistance efforts were allegedly used for unlawful purposes, but that does not result from Meta S efforts. Khalees, 103F. 4th at 745. Accord Kimsey, 836F. 3D at 1269N. 4. N. Unlike Lemon, the alleged social rewards that plaintiffs argue motivated offending behavior or content resulted from user engagement. CF 995F. 3D at 1091-92. At this step, 2. The algorithm does not change our calculus or count as a material contribution. See DIRF 934F. 3D at 1099. Facebook algorithmically boosted content that users engaged with more, but in this way, Facebook's 2009 algorithm is like the algorithmic matching we have determined does not affect coverage by Section 230. See Carafano, 339F. 3D at 1123-25. If a personalized algorithm that used machine learning to pick up on users' preferences and attributes was not a material contribution in DIRF, then neither is the more rudimentary algorithm here. See Supra page 7. CF DIRF 934F. 3D at 1095. Gonzalez, 2F. 4th at 894-95. Facebook's 2009 algorithm helped facilitate user-to-user communication, but did not materially contribute to or develop the content of the communications itself. See DIRF 934F. 3D at 1099. Accordingly, each of plaintiffs' claims failed the third step of our Barnes test. Under our precedent, Facebook's algorithm did not materially contribute to the allegedly unlawful posts here, nor did it contribute to the alleged unlawfulness of that content itself. 5.